Hey guys, Zach Bassett here with the Compounding Interest, COS Accounting and Tax, and Write-Off. I'm here to talk about something that I am extremely excited about and very passionate about. It's a new strategy that it's really kind of blown up in the industry that I work in, that we at COS Accounting work in, which is tax. A lot of our clients are 1099 or small business people, so they're looking for different strategies that they can make passive income but also save on taxes while also not hurting their ability to get loans. That sounds like an almost impossible scenario, but with this new strategy you can do all that. We can lower taxes, we can create passive income, and we can increase your ability to get loans. So compared to any other strategy, including the billionaire maker, which is cost segregation with accelerated depreciation, this is going to be far and away better. Guys, if you like the idea of this strategy, you're going to want to get it going as soon as possible. If you know that you're going to make $200,000 in profit this year, well, it doesn't matter if you buy the vehicle now or at the end of the year, other than you could be making that monthly profit every single month. So let me jump right into it. So let's say you make $100,000, or let's say $200,000. You're on 1099 or you're on W-2. You're going to pay about $40,000 in taxes that year if you have state taxes and federal tax. And that sucks. $40,000, that means $40,000 less. Like if you didn't have to pay that, your net worth would be $40,000 higher, which would compound greatly over time, like you wouldn't believe. If you guys have seen me do the rule of 72 on like a 12% interest rate, think about a $40,000 gain on $200K of income. Like that is going to compound way faster than you can imagine. And I'll do another video to show how fast. So what you do, you go out. If you make $200,000 in profit from a business or on W-2, you go out, you buy a vehicle that is 6,000 pounds or greater, or has a 6-foot bed or longer. So a very good one is the Lincoln Navigator. That's one of our favorite ones. We've got a couple of them and they're just killing it. So let's say you go out, you made that 200 profit. Let's say you buy 2 of those at 100,000 a piece. And if you have good credit, you can get those for 0 down, possibly, or 5,000 down. So let's say you do 5,000 down on both. That's $10,000 initial upfront that you have to pay. So a little bit of upfront cash. But now you're able to, when you do your taxes, say, yep, I bought 2 business vehicles because they're going to be used strictly for business. So now that $200,000 in profit is now 0. So instantly you make a $45,000, $40,000 to $45,000 return on your investment just from the tax savings. Now imagine if you got the Audi e-tron. Let's say you got the Audi e-tron. That's another $7,500 credit. So that's $52,500 that you make right up front. Well, but then you go, well, yeah, but then we got all those payments for years. Okay, but you're going to send it to a Turo management company like Write-Off. I recommend using Write-Off because Write-Off we have certain things that set us apart that no other companies in the United States are doing. So I'm going to go over that. It's our competitive advantage and it's a big one. But yeah, so when you send it to us, we're going to rent it out. We are absolutely killing it for our clients that have sent us vehicles. Many of them are rented out nearly every day over the next 45 days. Even cars that we listed a car at 4:45 yesterday, it has 6 bookings already. So yeah, imagine what it's going to be like when it's got time to hit those long-term travel planners as well as the short-term travel planners. So for these people, they're making around $1,000 a day, right? Or sorry, not a day, $1,000 a month in profit, even after paying for their insurance, even after paying for the car payment. So $1,000 profit. Let's just say your car does average. So let's say $500 a month profit. And I recommend doing it over a 6-year loan, so that'd be 72 months. So if you make $500 a month, that's going to be $36,000 you make over the life of that vehicle loan. Then at the end of the loan, you're going to sell the vehicle, hopefully for around $35,000. Let's say $30,000. So in this case, you had 2 vehicles doing this, so the numbers are doubled. You've got $105,000 up front in savings on tax if you did 2 e-trons. And then you've got $72,000 from the monthly rentals. And then you've got $60,000 that for at the end when you sell the vehicles. So that's what, $237,000 that you added in future profits for $10,000 down. $10,000 down. Now, many of these people are doing zero down. So a $0 investment is getting them $237,000. Now, you do it each year. If next year you make $300,000 in profits, well, then you can add 3 $100,000 vehicles. So imagine that $237,000 year 1. Maybe it's $350,000 year 2, $480,000 year 3, and so on and so forth. You're going to become a multimillionaire very fast using those numbers. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I personally am doing for my investments, and I am absolutely loving the results. Not only is that $237,000 return on investment absolutely insane, you also are going to have more buying power when you go to the banks. Why is that? Because your debt went up, so people are always like, but my debt went up, they're going to hate me. Yeah, well, if you have bookkeeping done and you can show that, look, yeah, I added debt, but I'm actually cash flowing an additional $1,000 a month or $500 extra a month on top of my expenses. Well, now that's gonna be a net positive on your score with the banks. So now you can get even more loans. You can get the properties you want to buy, and you can also continue to do this strategy year in and year out. Guys, get in on this now while it's not saturated, right? We're getting, a car a day right now. At some point we'll start getting 2 or 3 or 4, and at some point it is going to saturate the market a little. It's going to make it less beneficial for people to start. We might have 10,000 cars a year from now. So that's going to be more than there is now, causing, a little bit of saturation, a lot of vehicles on the market. But guys, we are opening up hundreds of markets. We're going to open up Vegas and LA next, and then we're just going to go from there. The goal is to do super fast growth as far as opening new markets go. So don't worry about us not having the availability to take your car. We're just going to open a new market every time that we feel like rents aren't quite as high as we want them to be. Now, our competitive advantage is this, guys. So we charge 35% to manage your vehicle, right? We're going to do everything for you. We're going to put it on Turo. We're also going to put it on our website and rent it out in every possible way that we can. But we're going to wash it, clean it, do all those things that you don't want to do. It's a pain in the butt. It's a lot of work. Obviously, if you decide to do this on your own, you're going to make that extra 35%. And I totally think that's a good idea, guys. That's if you want to spend your life driving cars back and forth. Because it's a lot more work than you think. You're going to make great money if you send it off, guys. Because we are buying lots in each market that we go into. So right now we're buying a lot in the Salt Lake market. We're going to build out a parking lot on there with hopefully, 1,000 slots, right, for cars to park. Now, if regular person comes to take a vacation, they can park there for $10 a night, or they can sign a form allowing us to rent their vehicle out while they're on vacation. So now when they get back from vacation, they'll have a check waiting for them to help them recoup some of the costs from that vacation. That's awesome in my opinion. And then also it'll house our cars for the owners of vehicles that are sent to us, so that they'll be in a good parking lot, have covered parking. 40% of the profits from that parking lot are going to go into a pool. Then that pool will be spread out amongst the owners of any vehicles that are sent to us. So guys, these parking lots are jam-packed. I see lots with 2,000 cars completely jam-packed. They have to park on the side, in between. There's all these, I mean, it's insane how close they're all parked. So this parking lot should do extremely well, especially with that ability to rent out to people going on vacation, and 40% of those profits are going to go back to the owners. So that's our competitive advantage. Not only do you get the 65% of your rents, and we rent out like crazy, but you're also going to get your portion of the 40% of profits from that market's parking lot.